writers.
Hello, writers.
Hey, we've been writing together. We've all been writing as a class together. What have we been writing?
Donald.
We've been writing about Donald Cruz. Now, why did we decide we need to write about Donald Cruz?
Because for class.
Wait just a minute. Let's listen to Jasmine. Why, Jasmine, are we writing about Donald Cruz? We're writing to Miss Natalie's class, aren't we? What did we decide, Christina?
We're writing about Donald Cruz for the other classes.
For the other classes. Why are we writing to them about Donald Cruz? Why are we writing those other classes? Addie?
Because
they need to know about Donald Cruz. Maybe they have not what?
No.
Maybe they don't know about him. Have they read his books?
No.
We don't know, but we think they probably haven't read his books. So we've been writing to we've been writing about Donald Cruz to Miss Natalie's class, and we've already gotten started. So let's see what we have gotten started here. Yes, Donald Cruz, someone said. Donald Cruz. So this was our very first page that we did, and we decided we needed to tell them a little bit about him to get started, Christian. So we thought we would put what? His picture up there so they would know who he is. And we needed to label who that was, Donald Cruz. And then we said we also need to write some what? Words. And we put those words into what? Sentences. So let's read the sentences that we have, Kayla. This is Donald Cruz. He writes stories. He draws pictures. And we thought they need to know something else about Donald Cruz besides just who he is and what he does. And so we decided that they needed to know that he does what? He puts himself in his stories. That's one of the greatest things about Donald Cruz. So we drew a picture of him today as a what? A man, and long ago when he was a little boy. And that's what you've been talking about in social studies. And then we said, let's tell them some more things about Donald Cruz. And so, just like Kayla said, Kayla, sit up. Let's tell them that he puts himself in those books. So let's read the sentences that we wrote. We put our sentences down here, Ian, and our pictures up here, so that we're not what? Why did we do that?
So,
Jocelyn?
We can have big space.
We needed that bigger space. What else? Does it look right when all the sentences go all around up in here? So we separated it, right? Like you're going to do in Writer's Workshop, you're going to separate your words from your pictures so that it looks better. So let's read this. Help me, Javier. He puts himself in his books. Everybody. He puts on a red shirt when he is little. Oh, and I really like this last sentence that you wrote, because we didn't just say he's a good writer. We decided to say he's a great writer. He is a great writer. And then yesterday we decided that not only did we want to tell about him and some of the things he did, but we wanted to tell them about what? What did we want to tell them? Kayla? What did we want to tell them?
He's on a track with his
Well, but what did we, that's not really what we told them yesterday. That did tell about that story. We said they might not have read some of his books, so let's tell them about some of his books. So what book did we tell them about yesterday? Shortcut. We told them about Shortcut. Okay, eyes up here. So we had someone to illustrate for us, and then we had them to do what? Write some words, Johnny. That's what do we call that when we're writing words by our pictures? What? What do we call it when we're writing words by our pictures? Labels. Labels. These are labels. Okay? And then we wrote some sentences, a sentence down here, so that we wouldn't mix it up with our picture. And our sentence says, he wrote the book shortcut. Read that with me. Javier, read it with me. He wrote the book shortcut. So, let's think right now. Just for a minute, be thinking. Let's tell them let's put one more page in the book that we're making for them. We're making a book so that we can bring it back in here and we can read it. What else could we tell them? Is there another story we could tell them about? Is there another story?
Not at the fair.
We could tell them about Big Mamas. What else, Oscar?
Not at the fair.
A night at the fair. Flying. So let's decide. Which one do we want to read? I tell you what, listen. Since we told them about shortcut yesterday, and it kind of has to do with at whose house? Big Mama's. Let's tell them about Big Mama's today, and then tomorrow we could tell them about a different book. Is that cool? Okay. All right. So we're going to write. We need to tell them that he wrote this book on your bottom, so everyone behind you can see. On your bottoms. On your bottoms. We need to tell them about Big Mamas. What could we say? Let's think. What can we say about Big Mamas?
Donald Cruz went to Big Mama.
Well, we want to tell them he did do that, but remember we're talking about telling them that he wrote this book. So what can we say? Christina?
We can say that Donald Cruz went to Big Mama's house.
Johnny? We could say that, and that's what he did, but we want to tell them that he wrote this book. We want to tell them that he wrote this book. So what could we say?
Donald Cruz wrote this book.
Donald Cruz wrote what book? They're not going to know because they don't see the book.
Big Mama's book.
So how can we put that into a sentence? Donald Cruz wrote a book
About
Big Mama. I like that. I like that. Donald Cruz wrote a book about Big Mama. I like that. Let's count the number of words in that sentence. Donald Cruz wrote a book about Big Mama.
7.
Wow, 7 words in that sentence. Let's see how it's going to fit on this page. Do I need to start down here?
No.
Up here?
No.
Why am I not going to start up here?
Because that's where you gotta cut the picture.
We are, for this writing, we're going to put our picture up here, Emiliano. So we're going to save this space. But if we come way down here and our sentence is long, what? It won't fit, not enough space, will it? So let's start about right here and see if that works out, okay? Donald Cruz wrote a book about Big Mamas. Did that work out? It did, didn't it, Charlie? Let's do it again, Javier. Donald Cruz wrote a book about Big Mamas. Oh, that's good. So, what am I starting with?
Big Mama.
Donald Cruz. So that's his name. He has a first and a last name, just like you.
But his first name is Donald.
His first name is Donald, and I'm just wondering. His last name is Cruz. That's right, Oscar. His last name is Cruz. So, I'm going to see if Johnny could come up here and get our sentence started for us. Could you do that for us, Johnny? Johnny, do you know where you're going to find the name Donald Cruz at? Yes, what's the first letter in his name?
D.
The D. Do you want to practice the D right here before you write it on the board? Can you practice that D for me? Okay, good. I like that. Can we practice again? Can you do that? Oh, guys, he's making some great D's. And if you will start your D right there, you will write that D right there with this black marker. And then you're going to show them what a great job you did. Make it kind of big, because this is what kind of letter does your name start with?
Uppercase.
An uppercase. An uppercase. Good job. Good job. Okay? And then I need someone to write the rest of it. Listen. I want Oscar to come write the rest of it. And Oscar's going to watch right here, because this is his resource. He's going to write those letters not so big. He's going to keep it kind of down. Good. Oh, you know what? I know why you did that. Wait just a minute. I know why he did that. This A right here. That is that funny looking A, and they typed it like that. Do we usually make our A like that? We don't. So Oscar, we're gonna put some boo-boo tape on there.